What's going on, people? Ben here from Bateman Talks Tottenham, back with another video today where I'll be previewing the Leicester game. Leicester, first Premier League game of the season, Monday night at the King Power Stadium. We've seen how some of the results have already gone this weekend, with Manchester United getting I'd say, lucky win at the end. Arsenal, unfortunately, getting a 2-0 win. Liverpool beating Ipswich Town. So all the teams that we're kind of going to be in and around have won. Newcastle beating Southampton with 10 men. And Brighton, great start to the season for Brighton, beating Everton 3-0. And then today, obviously, Chelsea, Man City and Crystal Palace, Brentford, that was on as time of recording. But yeah, so Spurs, the last game. But in terms of Spurs and Leicester, there's been some news this morning that Spurs are going to be sanctioning the sale of Oliver Skipp, probably to Leicester. A fee that's going to be over £20 million, around that sort of mark. How do I feel about this? I don't know, really. It's quite a weird one. I'm not surprised. I think he probably should go. I think is he ever going to be the level of a top four midfielder? Maybe not. But could he be a really, really good Premier League midfielder for a team down the lower end of the table, mid-table? I think he can. So I think it's a great move for Skipp. You know, he's been a player that's been capable of having first team minutes for the past couple of seasons now. You got to think, when Conte came in, Højbjerg and Skipp played together for a long time and did very well. He's a player that every manager has said could be a future captain of the club, so clearly he's got the right attitude to be a player at the Premier League. And, well, the amount of minutes he's played for Spurs, you have to have the right attitude if you're going to play that much. So yeah, it's a good move for Skipp. He gets to link up with Harry Winks again, so that's good that he'll know somebody, obviously, at Leicester. Someone he will have known for years and years, and that they've played together. So that's a good thing for Skipp. But yeah, it's going to be a good signing for Leicester in their hopes to try and stay up as well. Because Skipp, the only time we've really seen him have a full run of games over a long season was when he was on loan at Norwich, and he was really good for them, one of the midfielders of the Championship. So you've got to hope that he can do well for Leicester. But in terms of the state of the squad, you know, it's because we've got players like Archie Gray coming in. There's a lot more midfielders, so is there ever going to be the room for Skipp? Probably not, which is a shame for him. Obviously, he's a Spurs boy. I'm sure he'll still love the club. Well, he definitely will. Maybe he'll be back one day if he turns into a top player. I don't know. But yeah, great player, great sort of attitude, great servant for the club, and I wish him all the best at Leicester. And I think they've got a pretty good player on their hands. But in terms of the game, therefore, no Bissouma for the game. Lo Celso obviously wasn't in the Bayern Munich squad, as he's probably looking at transfers at his. Richarlison, he's apparently trained and not had any issues in training, so hopefully he's going to be all right. Is he going to start, or is Dom Solanke going to make his debut for Spurs? In terms of the lineup, I'd probably say it's going to be Vicario, Porro, Van de Ven, Romero, Doggy. The midfield, it gets a bit more tricky with Bissouma, the main one. I reckon it'll probably be Bentancur, Sarr and Maddison, would be my guess. And then Son, Solanke, and is Kulusevski going to play? Is Johnson going to play on the wing? Is Kulusevski going to play on the wing, or is Kulusevski going to play in midfield? I don't know. Kulusevski, brilliant in pre-season. Don't really feel like you can drop him for the first league game, but so yeah, it's a difficult one because him and Johnson offer something very different to the team. So yeah, I couldn't tell you who that's going to be. Our match reaction, me and my dad are out on Monday, but our match reaction will be out on Tuesday. As we see how the first game of the season goes. But in terms of score prediction, difficult one to call, as with every Premier League game. I'm going to go with 3-1 Spurs, but who knows what's going to happen in the game. 3-1 Spurs, Harry Winks playing against Spurs for the first time. So yeah, it'll be an interesting affair to see how we really play. We've had some good performances in pre-season. The first Bayern Munich game wasn't as good, but the second one had good moments. So it'll be interesting to see how we do in a properly competitive game with everyone full guns blazing. Thank you for watching this match preview. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully we can start the season with a win. And as always, come on you Spurs!